To start an assembly drawing is the exact same as starting a detail drawing. Go up to the menu bar, click on the new drop down and say Make Drawing from Part Assembly. We get the same dialog box for sheet format and size and the same screen that we do for making a detail drawing for an individual part. For this one we'll do B and Z landscape and we'll display the sheet format. Next, what we'll do is add an exploded isometric view. An exploded isometric view is created by default whenever we add an exploded view to our assembly file. Here's the isometric exploded drawing view. Left click and drag that in approximately bottom right, or sorry, bottom left. And change the display state to shaded with edges. Hit the green check mark for the drawing view. And now we'll add a bill of materials to this drawing sheet. To add a bill of materials, go up to the Annotation tab of the Command Manager. Find Tables at the right of the tab. And then click to find Bill of Materials. Click the drawing view that you want to produce a bill of materials for. In this case, in our case, it's the exploded isometric view. Now we get a series of options in our property manager. We can organize our bill of materials by parts only or by all top level components, which would be sub-assemblies and such. And we can control how different configurations of parts appear in the bill of materials. What we want to have selected is display configurations of the same part as separate items. The reason we're checking this is because we have two different configurations of fasteners of socket head cap screws in our assembly. The different configurations denote the different sizes of the fasteners. So we want to display these as separate parts or as separate items in our bill of materials so that we know we need to buy two different sizes of fasteners. Take a minute to look at the other options that you have as well. You're able to say where your item numbers will start and how much they increment, and control the border and line weight of your border lines in your bill of materials table. Let's hit the green check mark to create our bill of materials, and then go over to the graphics area to place the bill of materials near the top right. What we'll do here now is, because we didn't add a custom property for description for all of our parts, let's change this column to material, because that might be a little more helpful information. We have a short abbreviated description of our part in the part number itself, which is automatically populated from the file name. So let's double click on the C column in the header, and then for the property name, instead of description, click on material. And you'll see that materials pop up for some of our parts. We should have materials pop up for all of our parts. So to do that, you go to the individual part file and create a custom property for material. I'll demonstrate how to do that with the housing part. So first, open up your Gearbox assembly, which you probably already have it open. Then right click on your housing in the Gearbox assembly, and then go to Open Part in the pop-up toolbar. Go to File Properties in the menu bar, and then insert a custom property for material. We did this previously when we were doing parts and drawings in the previous module. Rebuild and save your document, your part file that is, and go back to your drawing, wherever it is. And here you see that the material for housing is now automatically populated. If you do this for all of your parts, with the exception of your toolbox parts, you don't have to do those. Then the material will automatically populate for the rest of your parts. Let's resize this table a little bit. Grab it by the top left and make it snap to the top right of the border. Left click drag on the border between the A and B column to make the item number column smaller. Let's make the part number column larger so that everything fits on one line. And also make the material column smaller. Let's also make the quantity column smaller. And then grab everything by the bottom right corner to re-snap it, and then make the height of the cells smaller so that our table is more condensed. There we go. Now that is how you make your bill of materials for your exploded isometric drawing.